Guys, welcome back to the Nobody Asked podcast. Edan McGovern. And, well, Lockie's away still, isn't he? But we have one of my favourite people probably in the world. It's wonderful, beautiful Andrew
Mate,
Wolfe.
I can't believe you got me on. Where's Lockie? Is he on F-Boy Island?
Yeah.
What show's he gone on? There's a rumour going on that he's currently cast with Abby Chatfield on F-Boy Island.
On F-Boy Island. He's the ultimate Grand Supreme F-Boy.
Well, that would be the best, where he's actually he's giving guidance to the other F-boys to be the master F-boy.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? There's a
Grandmaster F-boy.
And they're like, you're not really involved in the competition. He's just an old hand that will show us how it's done.
Yeah. Like the founding father of F-boy.
He would destroy an F-boy Island.
He'd be so
I think
good.
he could end up dating all 14 girls at once, and they would actually like it. There'd be no complaints.
Absolutely.
And it'd be unbelievable. Guys just, potentially.
I was thinking about prison the other day, and I reckon if I went to prison, I would treat it like Love Island, like I would win.
Oh, yeah, you do. I think you would do great in there.
I'd do really well.
What was it the show called Prisoners?
I don't know.
There was a show like that. I think your personality would actually get to the top.
I think I would have my pick of of protective prison life.
I think in my head, because all guys have the fantasy they're going to be the hero, but I'm pretty sure I'd be hanging on the back of a pocket within an hour, being dragged around through the canteen and going like, oh my God, why am I wearing all these weird scarves to signal shit out of my, to let the prisoners know what I'm available to do?
You have a scarf that just says literally anything you want. I'm so
Dude,
scared.
Unbelievable. I'm inventing new hankies. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? A polka dot hanky. I've looked on ChatGPT. This is a new genre.
I'll do, and I cannot stress enough, anything it takes.
I am the shower.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm the drain, baby.
Oh my God. I'm one of the serve trays. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? People are eating the slop off me in the middle. Yeah, dude. But I feel like, do you think you want to go to prison? Because I feel like life is, do you know, like if you're on Grand Theft Auto, you have to check out all areas of the map.
Yeah. You don't want to do that?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So in life, you feel like you should have all scenarios happen.
You can watch documentary. Do you know about documentaries?
Yeah, but I just like the thought of in consciousness to experience all areas. So you do Machu Picchu, and then you also have a year where you hear the door click, the cell click, and you're like, you probably regret it, but then, you know what I mean? When you die, you've had such a vast experience.
Speaking of Machu Picchu, I've been really, really obsessed with climbing Everest. Not for me personally, but just I've been watching so much on it. But do you know there's dead bodies all over Everest and they just leave them there?
Yeah, dude, I don't know why, because they always say it was such a profound experience. And I'm like, what, stepping over that 300 dead bodies? People are so narcissistic.
It's crazy.
It's a gravesite. And you crawl up and then you just ignore that.
Yeah.
And you just wave and go, I've done it. I find it horrific.
It's awful. I think it's such like a rich person thing to do. Be like, I'm going to climb it. And they pay some poor little Nepalese man who's done it a million times.
Dude, I love that because the Sherpas are just doing it multi-times a day. They're not even uploading it.
With no oxygen.
And they would have so much contempt for these white tourists that are like, come here. I can't do the name because it seemed really racist. And he's going to be in the background.
Yeah.
And it's such like so degrading because I think climbing it for them is some sort of spiritual thing. Do you know what the equivalent is? What? It's the same as climbing Ayers Rock. It just hasn't been shut down yet.
You're so right.
You shouldn't be fucking doing it.
It's not our mountain.
The Nepalese have like Buddhist and they've got all these traditions.
They're built for it. They don't even need oxygen.
They're going up there and now it's littered with white dead people. Do you know what I mean? Like a Thai beach with condoms and bintang can. It's just fucking weird packs.
Why do we leave shit around? We're leaving the amount of Kathmandu apparel on that mountain.
Dude, my uncle's done it and he said it is disgusting.
Just filth.
You can't even walk off the track because all these rich people with air tanks, you go like they've only just left the airport, they've got an air tank and some sort of like sucrose, you know what I mean? Like a weird sugar pack to keep their energy up. And then the Sherpas in a pair of thongs carrying all your fucking costume changes for the final photo near the flag. Unbelievable.
I reckon if white people had their way, they would have that like zigzaggy pathway that you have before security at the airport.
Oh, mate.
They would have that up Everest.
Do you know what they should have? Like a ski lodge where you just hook into one of those clips and they pull you up. And then they should have hot chocolates at the top. I'm like, what are you doing? Starbucks.
What about a travelator?
Unbelievable. You know what I actually said? How's it different not to just fly past it in a helicopter?
Is a gondola so difficult for you people?
Gondola's no issue. And then I was saying to my ex, like, why not just fucking superimpose? No one really cares about anyone else.
Astral project there.
Dude. And then you know what? Put yourself on the side of the moon. Who gives a fuck? Every corporate banker wants to be up there. I had a mate that did it. He made a lot on cryptocurrency and he scaled it. But you know what? I found it pretentious and annoying story.
I think it's annoying. I think it's just like, oh, okay, you were up there.
Do you know what the energy is? Because it's so sanitized and done with the Sherpa carrying it all, it's pretty much like what Bear Grylls was. Do you remember when they found out that Bear Grylls, it was all scripted?
Oh, yeah, he was glamping.
Yeah, he's glamping and he's in there just eating Mars bars, and then they have like a crazy scene where he's like, I'm falling off the cliff. And you're like, you can see a sign behind, bushwalkers, beware. And you're like, dude, you're just in Belangolo Forest, just wandering around.
You're in your backyard.
Yeah.
Green screened.
And then you know what you realise with Bear Grylls? They didn't go hard enough.
No.
Because, do you know what I mean? They just have weird scenes where he's just drinking his urine. And I'm like, if you're going to simulate the whole thing, surely you get chased through the bush by like a bush pig. Or...
They should have let the pigs at him.
Oh, do you know what I'd like to do? Season 2, you turn it real on him. And then watch him fucking melt.
He's like, using the walkie-talkie and they're not answering.
And he's yelling, there's 6 wild dogs. And we're like, we know, we released them, you fucking idiot. Put him in the Hunger Games.
Exactly.
And watch him yelling, trying to check his iPhone watch and realising he's actually in the lion area.
Watch his AirPods go doo-doo-doo.
Oh, do you know what's funny with him? Have you seen him now?
No.
Because he's been in the sun so much, he's
bag,
aged so badly.
Leather satchel.
Dude, I've got a bit of it, but mine's from stress. But he looks, like a leather bag. Do you know when it crack? He's about to crack.
He's going to crack.
Do you know what he needs to do? Is put that wax that they put on the sofas. He'd actually go to Freedom Furniture.
Like a hole in the wall. Just like...
He'll go to a dermatologist and they'll go like, have you ever considered, go down to Freedom Furniture. There's a restorer down there that does amazing work with contemporary leather couches.
You can do anything. Leather paint. Just leather paint him.
Dude, you know what they need? Do you know where they stitch the new bit on?
Yeah. Yeah. A patch.
I've wondered though, because I know some comedians that have got Botox.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a move?
I don't know, because I think my face, I would never be able to deny it.
Yeah.
I feel like my faces, I want people to know.
Yeah, and I'm such an oversharer that it'd become my main story arc.
I was thinking recently, like, you know how, like, depending on what wrinkles on people's faces have, you know if they're nice or mean. I like that. Because, you know, if, like, someone's, like, they just look angry all the time, because you can tell that's what their, like, default most used face is. And so you're like, you're a mean, scowling little person. But you see someone, like, with the, like, laugh lines, I'm like, oh, you're fun.
That's so good. That's the old sort of like, you know how you'd read palms?
Yeah.
That is the old Facebook, because you could see what their life was.
Exactly.
Because this person was just a killjoy, a sourpuss.
Yeah.
And then you're like, look, he's had a hard life, but fuck, he smiled.
Exactly.
Do you know, he smiled
you just know if someone's, it's like a little, a trailer for who someone is.
And you'd be like, he's a beautiful life.
Exactly. I can't believe we ended up talking about, because I brought up Everest, but I asked you this in the car on the way here, but, well, not really. Okay. Deserted island, wake up. What are you doing?
Me?
You wake up on a deserted island.
Yeah, but how do I end up there? I need the context.
Well, you don't know.
Does
Amnesia.
the boat go down? Dude, I don't know. Like, my life's gone so bad. Like, I'm loving it now. Because a lot of people would say, would you take someone? I'm like, that was the whole point of going to the island, is to get away from people.
No, it's no one there. No, I don't think you go there, because you can't bring. No, it's not what do you bring. You can't bring anything. Someone scoops you up like a claw machine.
Unbelievable.
They
I love
scoop you
this.
out of your house and they take you to an island, and you just get dropped on the sand and they say goodbye.
Oh my God. This is my fantasy.
What would you do?
This is the holiday I've always wanted. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm at Jetstar, I'm at Flight Centre, and I'm like, no. I need an abandoned island.
They're like, but where would you like to go?
Oh,
You're like,
dude, I'm imagining just the joy of regressing. So I'm like, I'm unclothed.
Shitting and pissing.
I'm unclothed, living in a cave, and I start to actually go to being, what's it called, where you're on your hands and knees?
Crawling.
Yeah, I'm regressing. So I feel like I would be crawling through the jungle on hands and knees.
Gaga.
Yeah, like no longer upright, no longer prostrate, and my prehensile fingers would start. Is that what it's called?
De-evolving.
I'd be de-evolving.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
See, I always think, like, you know, when people say they're born in the wrong generation. I think that about myself, but I think I should be like a protozoa.
Oh,
I don't think I belong in the 50s. I think I belong.
Dude, that's what I always think.
BC. I'm talking real BC.
I always fantasize about crawling back into the primordial sludge as the 4-cell amoeba and just looking around and going like, you're just responding to light.
Yeah.
It's the simplest life. But imagine being on the island, you regress, and then you're eventually accepted by one of the herds, maybe like a pig herd, and then you're roaming with them, and you slowly work your way through the status, and you become, like you would in prison, the alpha.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I mean?
It all connects. Like, God, I can't send emails. I'm not meant to. You know what? I'm meant to have 500 squiggly little arms like that.
I could imagine, because was it Tarzan? What's the one when they raised by wolves?
Well, like by the
George of the Jungle?
Yeah,
What's it
there's a
called?
bunch. But Tarzan's by monkeys, I think.
Dude, my favourite moment in
Jungle
this
Book.
scenario is when they discover me and realise I'm beyond language now and I'm making weird noises.
They're like, he's
weird noises.
He's made quite a lot of progress on his own.
And they're like, oh my God, he's totally regressed. And then I growl and they feel terror in and run back. You know that island where there's that untouched island? Where they come and they just kill anyone that comes.
Yeah.
And they're constantly driving past on boats and they're throwing sticks at the boat.
You get there
I like to
grunting
take
at them.
control. And because of people's need to survive, they'll be like, we tried to rescue him, but we're actually scared shitless. And they've driven off. And it becomes my own island where I'm just this weird man peering from the cliff tops and running around with my pig herd.
Yeah, the
you think
only
about
one
a
more
life?
uncivilized.
And then it gets a bit grimy because I start trying to breed with some of the pig. I don't know why I said that. That's when things get a bit too far. And then we realise there's a species issue and I start to regress.
And then we come and airlift you out of there. We go, I've seen quite enough.
And then I regret it and I'm saying, sorry, dude, we took our fantasy and then I just took it a little bit too far. That shouldn't be in there. But what would you do on the island?
Well, the thing is, I think I'm so convinced that I am... I'm so convinced that, well, maybe one day I must be famous. If I truly woke up on an island by myself, I wouldn't even think maybe a plane crashed and I forgot about it. I would be like, where are the cameras?
Yeah, dude.
I'd be checking tree stumps.
That is, I think, the hardest part with our sort of temperament is if you were on any show, you would assume that it's a prank show because it's always about you. You'd be on like Dancing with the Stars and then you go like, I think this season... they might be all actors and it's all about me.
It's the Truman. Constantly convinced him in the Truman Show.
And you'd be on a movie and they'd be like, nah, dude, this is Mad Max 4. And you'd be like, I think they've made a prank show specifically for me. And it's going to be like, there's a new thing.
Absolutely.
And then you're like, dude, you have no profile.
The delusions I'd be having in the wilderness were like, it's like a fern. And I'm like, a boom mic. I swear to God, I saw it.
Dude, I've done that before. And then you actually play up to it. You go so far in the fantasy that you think you might be getting filmed.
Yeah.
And then it's actually just an office job and you're insane and need medication.
I still have I still use my phone torch to go to the bathroom.
Do you really? Why don't you just turn on the light?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
No, maybe not here. I'm right next to it here. But I mean like
dude, that's
in a big hallway.
for your housemates.
I know.
Did you hear scurrying and then sort of see like Wee Willie Winkle, like just the candlelight? Tiptoeing around.
With lantern.
And with one of those long hats.
The Scrooge.
The long Willy Winkle is going for a wee. Dude, you've got to be normal around housemates, I've found. Like, you got to hide all the quirks.
I try.
When I used to live there, we did the worst, my ex and I, because ours was upstairs and we were weeing in some of she was doing it. In the
what?
pans.
Why?
I hated it.
Well, why?
They were communal pans, but we'd clean them.
Well, why were you weird?
I was like, this is so bad. We're sharing a house with 5 other people. If they heard this now. And I was like, dude, that's crook. Do you think?
Well, but what was the reason for it?
Just not to go down stairs.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying about hiding your quirks. You shouldn't do this.
No.
I don't endorse it. And did you see in the story, I quickly pivoted on the ex that I'm hostile
I
to
was
now.
anchored
I'm like,
in.
she's disgusting. And I said, I'm reprimanding her.
Mm-hmm.
I never did it, to be honest.
You This is recorded.
But I found, even in a house, there's a lot of acting because you've got to act normal
Yeah.
because you're not mentally well.
No.
And then there's moments where they're like, what's he doing up there? And you're like, I'm hiding the demons.
Yes.
Like, they're crazy. Because you could feel like you're tedious for people. You're in the lounge, every ad break, you're dancing, you're going rah, rah, rah. And then there's moments where you're like, I'm going to go in an asylum if they get to know me anymore.
If they know what this is. See, well, my housemates see this, and that's fine.
Dude, this...
It's fine. Actually, I don't even want to talk about it.
Do you know what? If you ever see a psychiatrist, you should take a photo in of this room. And that would be 3 years to pick apart. They'll be like, I'm getting a lot. And you know what the thing is? Like facial lines,
Yep.
they would be able to tell your whole story.
Fuck
from
reading
this.
my tea leaves. Look at the mess on my
Dude,
floor.
Take a photo of this room and you can see your childhood,
Yep.
your teens,
There's
your
so
entire
much.
life.
There's so many wigs laying around. Like, trying to go to sleep in this room is
Dude, but
just insane.
just even the tools. There's some wire cutters in here. It's sort of like obscure Bunnings type
You
tools.
can tell that I started maybe 48 different projects, didn't have time, and like all before I was supposed to leave the house immediately.
Dude, but you know what I do like? The notes that are scrawled like a madman on the mirror
Ransom
are actually
note.
quite sensible and straight.
Yep.
In my head, when I came in, you may have written on the walls.
Yeah. I'm not saying it hasn't happened
Written
before.
weird codes where you've been channeling some... I'm channeling alien code.
Yeah.
But do you know what the thing is? It's very creative, and you've got that thing.
I think we
That
could probably...
instrument?
Oh, yeah, it's a banjolele. It sounds awful. It sounds awful. You should...
But you know what the thing is? This is a nice room.
I
It's
think
got
so.
a lot of heart.
I get really scared when I walk into bare rooms.
Well, for me, it's like Fight Club. Do you know when he's in the plane and
Yes.
he talks about the IKEA, the perfect couch, 1 million, and he goes through all that? I find them scary.
They're so scary.
They're American Psycho. I come in the house and I'm like, we've got the dossier, bed unit, this unit. I'm like, dude, your whole house is fucking IKEA.
I need so much stuff to dull the demons because, like, you can't get that upset if you go like, I actually am gonna kill my... Oh, hey, what's that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
Do you know
That's
what?
sick.
You know what? Your whole room's a fidget spinner.
Yes.
Just things to play and touch with.
I would love a
Tactile.
bed that's a fidget spinner.
Dude, your whole thing's a bed. But you know what the thing is? Why don't people be more creative? Because I saw Jimmy Fallon's house, and you think you have a lot of money. It's like a children's cubby house.
Sick.
He's dressed it up. It's fantasy. It's red walls. It's pretty much Noddy's house.
Yeah.
And he's wandering around, and I'm like, oh, he gets it. You should transport yourself into a place where, you know, a world of fantasy. In my head, I want to be in like the Wonder Years sort of house.
Yeah.
Do you know from those old days?
Yeah.
Where it was the nostalgic, there's a apple pie,
Yeah.
Yogi Bears coming to get the
Yeah.
pie.
Bring back houses with fake fruit in them.
Yes. The potpourri.
Potpourri.
Has some fake fruit.
Give me a year-round wreath somewhere.
Do you know
in the
what's
house.
crazy? It's growing up. Roseanne's house sucked, and now I'm like, it's a fucking mansion, dude.
It's
She's
sick.
got upstairs, and I'm like, do you know what? She's doing very well. That would be a lucky house for a team of lawyers to own. Like,
Can you imagine a minimalist house on a sitcom? It'd be so boring.
Dude, imagine if Friends had the IKEA set up. It would have been a different show. Friends, and you go in there, and Chandler's got they're all Scandi names. The Scullywog war dress, war shelf unit.
They've all got capsule wardrobes.
This is what I find funny because everyone just watches TV to fantasize that they're not there.
Yeah.
But then when they build their own house, it's generic. Like, why wouldn't you do what you're doing?
Why wouldn't you get inspired? I think because people don't have that innate sense of like, because people walk around and they're not constantly writhing around in themselves.
Yeah, you know what that really is? They don't want to be seen. So when people come round, they're all camouflaged in the same IKEA
Yeah.
set decor. Because then they're like, woe betide, someone judges me. So they're like, I don't even know whether they have photos of themselves. They should just get the generic shit that comes in the frame. Do you know what I mean? Because the whole point is that you're not judged. So when friends go around, they go, the relationship's good, 2 kids, 1 dog, we're in there. They can't mention that they ran over the other dog.
No.
The truth of life. Do you know what I mean? That bad things happen. They've got to create the perfect life.
You know what both of us are like? You know, it's like we're like, you know, when you get like a secondhand like a doll or an action figure from an op shop or something, and it's a bit and it does noises, but they're a bit broken.
Dude, that's our vibe.
We're if a person could short circuit.
Dude, this is almost unwatchable. And you know what the thing is? We're like a possessed doll in a horror movie. That's saying ridiculous gibberish.
It's like, pretty benevolent, but then just...
We're on the island. I'll end up breeding with the pigs. And people are like, do you know what we really need? A fucking IKEA house. That's actually what we need.
We're like, I would never have an IKEA house. They're like, you couldn't keep it clean, bitch.
You're like, you know what? You know why you're going to a psych? To live in an IKEA house. It's actually going to make you feel a lot better.
I would never live in a I would never live in a minimalist house. It's like, you fucking need to.
Oh, dude. But you've got the fidget spinners. I'm trying to go minimalist now. I'm trying to shut it all off. And I think but then I'm realised this is a trap house. It's a meth house, a junkie house. Mm-hmm. My dream is just a mattress.
Squatting.
Just a mattress.
You want to squat somewhere.
And then I'm like, I'm fantasizing the train spotting house. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's minimalism. Mm-hmm. And then
you want to seek refuge.
Dude, I've been trying to do that bit. I don't know where I want to live.
Yeah.
I want to be looked after though.
I think, okay, you might really relate to this, and might for everyone listening to the podcast, I have forgotten that's what's happening here. I reckon Wolfie is probably the only person who will ever match the restlessness of the mind. But I see, and I don't even know what I was saying.
I know. No, you were talking about someone comfort or tending to us.
Oh no!
Oh, you weren't going to even pivot on my riff.
No, I wasn't even going to pivot.
What, like a kennel? Because when I was driving here, when I was sitting waiting for you to pick up, there was like a dog grooming place, and I was like, that'd be nice. Do you know what I mean? Just to be looked after, blow waved, have your nails done, and then I'm like, why does it have to just stop after an hour? Why don't I just go into a kennel?
So do you know that they have those for like it's called a hairdresser?
Oh, really?
And a nail salon.
Oh my god, dude! Do you know what? I've actually cutting my hair into the toilet is starting to no longer work because I hate myself so much now. I don't even try to make it good, and it's very shameful.
Fuck it, I know. I don't want to have an appearance anymore. Actually, I've decided. I've been saying it for years. I want to be a brain in a jar.
I love this idea because I was telling people, you know, augmented reality.
Yeah.
I was like, my VR headset is just a paper bag where I hear rustling. Like, I don't actually want to be in the augmented world.
I don't want a breast augmentation. I want a reality augmentation.
Dude, this is my augmented. My face is just pixels out like Japanese genitals.
Yes.
Just wander around and no one does small talk with me because they don't know who I am.
I'm not comfortable with anyone knowing what I look like at all.
Dude, imagine how good life is. Your face is pixelated like a criminal on Today Tonight.
Yes.
And you wander around and we just all become IKEA faces.
I would love that because I would love to. I still would have so much to say. I would like to be a brain in a jar, and when anyone needs to go and see me, someone just puts me on the floor, rolls me.
Mate, I love brains in the jar. This is a great idea.
It's good.
And then someone carries you around.
I think so.
And in the jar is peaceful and relaxing.
Yeah, I mean, I hope. I think I'd still find something to complain about.
Because you got the same energy as me, and I was saying it in the car, which is around people like you're the fridge door. Like once it's open, the light turns on. You have to be on,
Showtime,
and that's why
baby.
the brain in the jar is good for you because you're in that formaldehyde and you can just be at peace and you don't have to entertain anyone. You can be calm. But that's very close to death if we think about it. The fantasy is an exit.
No, but I can talk.
Okay.
I still want to talk.
Yeah, but do you know what happens? Then without being able to move around, you know what I mean? What happens if someone just puts you into the spare room for a break?
That's what becoming an old person is.
Dude, that is so much. Old people are almost just memories put in storage.
Oh.
Do you know, like some photos put in a top drawer and then you just occasionally do to tap into nostalgia because you feel homesick? So you're doing your normal IKEA job, you're rich, and then occasionally you'll drive into Old Nan and it's just like opening a desk drawer and looking at the past for a little bit. Oh, dude, it's so bleak. This is what I've realised. I was saying to some of my mates that I think I want to go out dramatically.
Yeah.
Like a Vikings death, the thought of being ripped by a shark or going out in a big way. The thought of just being in a suburban, like a little fucking crayfish in a lobster tank, just hanging around and then occasionally people patronising you.
Yeah.
That's the bit I hate the most with the old people. they get patronized. Come on, Nan. No smoking. I'm like, she's 94.
It's happening.
Let her have a fucking whiskey. They're like, she's smoking up back again. I'm like, leave her alone. Do you know how annoying it is when she used to be in charge of you and go like, stop getting pregnant in high school? To live long enough to have them telling you that you need to go easy on the sugar for your diabetes.
If I turn 90, I'm starting doing heroin.
I've already got the pacts with everyone. The drugs are in the end.
Yes.
You've got to do it.
Yeah.
They go, you're going to lose memory. It's going to make you feel sad. And you're like, I live in a house watching fucking...
Deal or No Deal.
Watching Deal or No Deal. And I actually recognize the episodes now.
Yes.
You get on the loop.
Yes.
Dude, you got...
I can't be doing that.
They do give you morphine in the hospice just before you die.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just bring that back a bit.
Just...
At about 90, you say to Nan, come with me, Nan. And she's like, what's that? And you go, it's a little prick. And then she's just like, oh my God. She's dancing again. She's got her heels out. She's doing what Eloise would say, tra-la-la, girl.
Tra-la-la, girl.
Tra-la-la, girl. And she's like, this is incredible. And I'm like, yeah, it's street drugs.
It 100% is.
It's street drugs.
I mean, I just think, I don't know. I still think I'll be infected by the like, I reckon I have the same like illness as what like Wall Street brokers have. Like I'm so like, you need to be productive though. Like I can't sit around and do nothing. Well, I can, but I'm not happy about it. I reckon I'll be 90 and still like, give me stimulants.
I believe that you will be. In my head, it would purple hair, coloured hair,
Yeah, blue
crazy
rinse,
hair, eccentric. Like what's that spotted dog?
Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, that vibe.
Yeah.
Big. And you know what?
I'm gonna once I turn 50, I'm picking up animal cruelty.
Mate, you got to be in there. You got to be in there. But you know, I've met someone when we lived in Stanmore. We used to have cash, and next door there was creatives. Fuck, they haven't aged.
Really?
They were like 70.
Yeah.
They were younger than us. They'd go out dancing. They're wearing eccentric. They've got like walking cane, not like a eccentric pimp cane, as if they're a pimp. She's dressed to the nines, and we look like the dogs.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "What are you doing? We're out for like a Monday."
Yeah.
They're like, "We're out," and not the lame shit, not the bingo lawns bowls. They're going, to Morocco.
Yeah.
For an adventure.
Old creatives love Morocco.
Dude,
they love watching a feature on ABC, going to Morocco.
Dude, and
know they're getting souvenirs.
And you know what's funny? They think, the boring ones think they're going to be fun there. And I'm like, look at your face. You've been snarling and scowling your whole life. I don't think a 3-hour flight's going to fix that. You're going to be complaining about the fucking view and that the buffet's too hot. And I'm like, you're in India.
The buffets.
The food's too spicy. I'm like, it's India.
Yeah.
You fucking asshole.
Get some of the yogurt on it.
Dude, but you know what happened with their house?
They're like, we have mango chutney in our Indian place at home.
And they're like, mango chutney.
Like, shut up.
Oh, dude, I'm not this.
Oh
my God. I've had a problem. I've had a massive problem. Dude, let me just tell you. I've got to ask you this.
Wolfie has pulled the entire
I've got to
podcast
ask you this. So, come out.
What do you mean? Is it?
Well, look, you've got a wrench down there. We can probably fix it.
I think I'm gonna.
You've got a. What the fuck? You got an axe saw.
I'm just going to let you hold it. A hacksaw. There's no saws in my...
Dude, what I was going to talk about these eccentric people, unbelievable. She's unbelievable. She had...
We've got time.
That's good. We've got to go to this show.
3 minutes, guys.
Let me just tell you this.
Please.
Their house, I got to show you it. It's in Stanmore. Mm-hmm. I almost tricked them because we had money then and we were going to buy it. But the rule was that we couldn't change it. And it was like... eccentric. Do you know what I mean? Like, as in, they go like, we want to sell it and we're happy to sell it for less, but you have to keep it like this. And it would be like crazy art, wall stuff. And it was sort of like, a set of a movie where you were like a Baz Luhrmann sort of film.
Yeah.
And they were like...
maximalism.
And they're like, you can buy it for anything, but we just want to know that it stays like this because we put our whole life into making it into a little art installation. And we were like, yeah, we would, but we were looking at how to renovate it out to get
We were
Love
looking
extensions.
to get some glucan cloggies in here.
I was stroking her purple hair and going like, well, it's just the same. And I'm actually going like, we can totally turn this into a block of flats.
I'm putting IKEA into Google Maps as she's speaking.
I'm like, dude, this would be a beautiful kennel, right? And Stanmore. A beautiful kennel. Dogs in there. Have you ever seen that some people do that?
Leave dogs in kennels?
Illegal, like suburban kennel.
Not nice.
They do it a bit.
I don't like it.
Breeding area or a kennel? Dude, we're losing energy.
No, we're not. Like,
We're stalling.
Ever since you pulled that mic stand
Yeah,
off,
it's really lost it.
it's like you're
happened
just
on-
holding it from
It
every...
happened on the Shad and Pete one because you know when you're talking
You don't know your own strength.
you're riffing, and then you realise you said something directly offensive about their current partner, and then you're like, oh, I can't talk anymore.
On purpose? Or
No, just I did an anecdote and I happened to use an example that was applicable to them, and then I was like, ah, and then you can't riff anymore.
I do hate when I do that. One time recently, I'll tell you after the pod properly, but I was like, no, I can't even tell you. I can't.
You can't risk it.
But I accidentally was like, oh, you know how so many people impersonate this person, and I said it to like maybe the biggest offender of that. And I was like,
Oh, dude, it happens so often where you'll say it and then you're like, oh, best man, they're best friends. And you're like, I fucked up now. And then you're like, is my brain trying to trip me up? Because why did I use an example that is directly about them?
No one knows.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, so yeah, you've got like this death guy, you know, and then they're like, I'm literally fucking, do you know? And then you see them sort of, and you can't really take it back.
no,
What can you do to fix that?
I don't know.
Do you know what you end up doing? Talking a lot and about other stuff and praying that they forget. And
Well,
going crazy.
speaking of being quite harsh about people, I think we tail end this this podcast with some advice you had for me.
But can you just give me one last thing first? You never explained what you're going to do on that island.
Oh, once I did confirm that the cameras are there, then I kill myself.
Are you serious?
No.
Dude,
no.
how good is this? You get dropped on an abandoned island and it's a big TV production and within 30 minutes you've killed yourself. And they're like, oh my God, dude, she was on the boat in and she tried to jump into the propellers. I'm like, we've never seen
I'd be
someone
happy.
cop out
People
that
are like, what
quickly.
would you do to try and get to safety? I'm like, what do you mean I'm finally safe? There's no emails that can reach
Yeah.
me. I don't have to answer to anybody. There's so much to do, like finding food. I fall asleep to videos of people like simulating being out in the wild.
Yeah, I love those shows.
I really like it.
I
But
don't
like
know
not
if
even
they
Bear
set
Grylls,
up-
like YouTubers who go like, I'm gonna go spearfishing on an island.
Dude, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, and they go for 7 days survival challenge.
Yes.
And he's just got just a knife.
Yes.
And you arrive there.
Yes.
I forget Easy Days or there's some
Something like
guy,
that.
Fresh Days. Or I
Something.
watch a lot of him.
Yeah.
He had one which was the best. He was on the island. This was random, right? It's all survival.
Yeah.
One night there was rustling near the thing and something got taken. Mm-hmm. And it was like it's not a horror channel.
No.
And then it was never explained. And that was just one app where he goes, someone had sort of been sitting and he was in an isolated island and someone had done shit. That's the most creepy ever because then he just went on it next week and he's just like spearfishing. And he
Yeah,
was
I
like,
know.
I wonder what happened with
It was
that.
literally like, hey, there was an entity in the tent. Blue mud crab. Like
and then you never dealt with it. And you're like, that scared the shit out of me.
the spirit of colonized ancestors here, and I'm spearfishing a blue.
Yeah. The next week he's going, sun care is important. You need to put a banana leaf over your head and cut holes with the eyes. Have you actually watched that app?
Yeah.
Dude, we're on the same algorithm.
This makes so much sense.
No, continue this story though, because you've got to say the lesson that I gave you, a life lesson.
Oh, the lesson that you gave me. Well, I mean, how much time do we have to talk fame? But fame is something that it's. I feel like it's like when have you seen people with an octopus attached to their head?
Yeah.
That's how I feel like the idea of fame is.
Yeah, well,
me.
the thing that's weird and creative thing is it's a necessary evil. Like, if you're doing this, you have to get that.
People who say they don't want to be famous are insane.
And I'm like, what? Yeah, it's like going into a job and going like, hey, I just want to be the mail guy. And they're like, dude, you don't want to be CEO? And go like, I love the mail.
Yeah.
And he goes, you know what? Data entry does me. I'm like, you want to be firing people and go, look, there's been a big scam and the bank's going into liquidation because I've fucked up because I've got a coke addiction.
But people going, oh, but you won't. You'll be sad. But fame comes with sadness. I'm sad now.
Yeah, dude, I want. And you know what the thing is? You can't be sad because everyone is so in awe of you that they only show their best side. Everyone lights up like a fucking Christmas tree. You see the famous people I've been around go through the airport, the scanning guys joking and laughing around me. He's like, don't look at me like that. Around this, you know, my wife's leaving me, whispering, going, fuck off. Around Ricky Gervais, people are pinching his bottom. He's getting fucking fairy floss. Do you think when he gets in an Uber, a guy goes, look, it's been a rough day. Do you know what I mean? I got people, when I walk on the street, they look down and scurry away. And I was thinking about it yesterday. If I was famous, they wouldn't look so repulsed at me.
No, because it would be someone's job to cut your hair then. Look,
They would cut their hair, but you know what
against
the thing
your
is?
will.
You have to get famous quick. It's getting a lot. Even a lot of the listeners.
Yeah.
You're out there just fiddling around.
Yeah. It has to happen. It's always been it has to happen somehow.
It's got to get massive, dude.
But you're the same.
Dude, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like the cool kid vibe.
No.
Where they're like, we don't want it. And you know what? They're all hanging around. I don't want to get asked to the ball. Why would ya? Fuck it. So shit. I'm going to stay home and watch Simpsons reruns.
I'm in Cinderella's line, squeezing my foot into
and
the
you're
shoe.
like, Cinderella? Who wants to be Cinderella? I want to be one of the wicked sisters cleaning.
I'm chopping
the
off
thing.
half of my foot.
I want to be an NPC in the Cinderella story.
I'm bleeding into that glass shoe.
Dude.
Take me to Hollywood.
You know what's crazy with that story? Going around an entire village with a size 9 is going to yield more than one person. He's in there going like, I've cracked the code. I've got a size 9 shoe, which is, unless it was a male foot, or you know what I mean? It was some obscure that was bigger than normal.
No,
but
it was smaller. No, that's the whole thing. Everyone's feet were too big for the shoes. Maybe it's because it's like, nah, her foot's this big. I'm like, she sounds real young.
Oh, dude, it's underage.
She's underage.
Dude, the only way he could do that and know that he goes, this shoe will only fit a certain time. I'm like, it never made sense to me when I was young because I was like, I know heaps of people with the same feet size. So I'm like, this story sucks.
She wears a 7 3/4. No one's got
He's dating some Portuguese woman that's just winging it, catfishing him, pretending that she's been at the ball.
What if it wasn't the size of the shoe, it was the fit? Like she's got one long toe.
Oh, unbelievable. But you would squeeze your feet into it.
You would.
But what would he do? Yeah, man, that story, all the stories are flawed. It was like I was talking about every Disney movie is just about it's horrific, it's trauma, shock for kids. Mm-hmm. Dad died, mum's missing.
Yeah, dad died,
that's emo.
Mum missing, you have powers, everyone hates you,
and
everyone's coming at you.
The thing that kids fears the most is losing a parent or parent goes missing.
It's always the opening.
Yeah, and they're weeping and going, Dad just walked off that way. Mm-hmm. The lions took him.
Yeah.
The fish went. He got swept away by the current.
Kids' movies.
And then you're like, wow, all 5 kids are transfixed at the screen, wondering when their parents drop them off if they're ever coming back.
It's like there's a big castle. Imagine a beautiful big castle and losing the only person that's ever made you feel safe.
Oh, my God. Dude, I've realised it's the equivalent to the Happy Meal. Do you know how they got the Happy Meal and they're getting people like you'll do sporting day and they'll go, you win a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Getting that brain chemistry and brainwashing them young to be captured in. And it's the same manipulation, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Like, because the same way that McDonald's gets in there, Disney's been doing it.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing.
It's priming them up.
It's the same with those currency things that on Roblox and stuff. It's just early gambling.
It's early gambling. It's early crypto.
My kids are in there and I'm like, you go. They're good at it with those coin things and those skill testers.
You got to get them in a big trench coat, one on top of the other, and get them to the pokies.
Dude, I'm smart with them though, because I was trying to explain to them, I'm like, yeah, we could pay for the skill tester, but look at that lock.
Yeah.
Look at the lock on the left. Maybe that's the real challenge, is finding a way to jimmy that, because Dad's done that before. And I'm like, you want to scoop one bear, or do you want to fix this lock and take all of them?
Yeah.
And I'm like, welcome to my training camp of Dad. Dude, have we done enough?
We've done enough.
That was so fun.
That was so much fun.
For us.
For us.
Listeners,
not a
insufferable.
relatable word in sight. Doesn't matter.
Do you think anyone would enjoy listening to that?
I think a lot of people would enjoy listening
Yeah,
to that.
crazy.
I
dude.
think you have to be crazy. Also, it's like, oh yeah, it's 40 minutes. I'm going to have to put it in 0.5 speed for a single
You
word
have to
be
slow
legible.
it up, dude. This is like, the only way someone would watch it is like Clockwork Orange, where they hold with the eye thing open. And they're like, make it stop. Why is he crawling around on the island, following a herd of pigs?
People are going to be like, is there any way to caption an audio?
But do you know what I want? I've realised we shouldn't be mixing different types of people. There should be separate areas of the world. Like, the crazy should all be together.
Okay.
We don't want people shushing us. I'm like, fuck off. You get Russia. We'll go even a shit island. We can all be in Christmas Island and just fill it with freaks. And we can
You don't
run
believe
around.
in racial segregation. You
Personality flicks. I'm like, I don't want to be shushed by a librarian. People judging me. I want everyone to be screaming at the top of their lungs in
Screaming.
Coles.
Bring back throwing shit around.
Dude, do you not think separate islands would be
I
amazing?
think it's good. I think it's good.
The
'Cause-
creative island. And guess what? They would finally realise they missed us. Because they're on the island where everything's neat. And they'll be like, you know what? You know what? We need a trip. We need to go to Creative Island. Exactly like
Absolutely.
those old people. And they go, we got to go to Morocco.
But they'd all start screaming at each other. We would scream at each other first and foremost. We'd all come to a conclusion and be like, kumbaya by the end. they would come
100%.
over, we'd be tranquil.
And do you know what the thing I realised? Because I have it a lot in green rooms and other stuff. How many moments have they ruined? And I haven't complained. I've got a dirty room in the share house. They're complaining. I'm like, how many laughs did you take from me today? Do you know what I mean?
How many times
Talking
were
about
you
the fucking bill.
Boring, inherently boring.
You brought up the electricity bill when I was on a riff about potentially getting my hair cut by a whippersnipper, okay? You asshole. You fucking curtailed a riff. Imagine if you had a fucking fine jar for someone curtailing riffs.
You brought up the Bond when I had that idea about the indoor
Yes.
water slide throughout the house.
Yes, I've used all the loo roll. How many riffs have you given me today? I haven't laughed once around you.
Forget the light renovation I did to the rental property.
You looked out the window and I was dancing on the letterbox. What have you done? You
about
brought up
having
your
a trait?
divorce. And you know why she left? Well, fucking look at your personality.
Look at how I feel right now.
Dude, we want a joyous world.
That's all. And that's where we end. Guys, do you want a joyous world
Do you want a crazy world?
or do you want to just sit down and be shushed by librarians
Well,
every
do you know what?
single
If you
waking
think of
minute?
it a movie, who's watching you? Do you know what I mean on that idea?
Oh.
With the personality. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
If you were a TV show, would anyone watch you?
Heaps.
That's a question. Yeah, but I'm saying that's the question everyone should ask themselves about whether they're committing to this simulation wholeheartedly.
Or
to
we
make
might
it
just
fun.
be so self-obsessed because it might be, it's like, that's a question you should ask yourself. It's like, or that's a question that's never going to be real.
Dude, that's what I've realized because we think we've cracked the code, but I've always said it. It's like
Someone's
when
in
you get
peace. Like, no, I wouldn't be on the TV show because I'm normal and I'm just going about my
Oh
time.
my God, you know what? They're all heads in the jar. And we're out there wandering around. And I've always thought about it. We think we've worked it out, but eventually we're in an insane asylum and we find 12 other people that think they're Jesus. And we realize we're mentally unwell.
I would always rather suffer and be like shaken around in my tank than not have the pain of realizing that.
Yeah. So
I think I'd always pick this.
you would like this because I feel like like when a rat works out it's in an experiment, but then you're still in the experiment. I think that's what happened to me. And that's why I act ridiculous because I feel like people are watching. I feel like, I might as well. And they go, the rat is trying to do you know what I mean? He's doing a weird thing. He's licking the glass.
We're just exercising free will at this point.
Free will, and you just run around like in a game when you're playing, rather than doing the missions, you're driving around just looking at the landscape.
Yeah, that's it. We've got it all figured out. You guys are wrong. We're right. All right, we got to go.
Yeah, dude, we have to go.
I mean,
I've got tickets.
Yes, we're going. We're
And
late.
he's giving me them free because I said, well, I don't have any money. And I felt so bad. He's close to selling out. And then I was like, I'll just take two. And I'm like, he's flying people over to do it. And I'm just selfishly
like-
taking it because I know I won't listen to any of it.
not investing in this.
I'm literally going to be on my phone during the
Watching
show.
someone else's show and still waiting for your turn to
I'm
talk.
like, well,
Going.
immediately I'm like, I wouldn't have opened that way.
All right, stopping the pod. We're late.
it's
Thanks,
out.
guys, for listening. Tune in next episode for one that makes sense. But
Thanks for
isn't
tolerating me.
as fun. All right, bye. Love you.